welcome to Delving Deeper, where we do metagame conversations, talking about the game, decisions about the characters, how the characters felt about things, or just asking each other, what the hell were you thinking? Now, today we are talking about Lord Ravenshade. Who is he?
What's he doing?
I hate him.
What the fuck is his deal?
See, and you have less reason to hate him. You just hate him, like, adjacently.
Yeah, you don't really have any real reason to hate him.
He is the best friend that hates somebody because they hurt you, and then he's holding that grudge, and we all have that friend, and we've all been that friend, I think. We will hold the grudge because we need to for that other person. He's doing that
He
for us.
destroyed the city. I fell in love with it. Screw this guy.
Okay, fine. You have a little reason now.
He didn't destroy
You
him.
hated him before that.
I hate him
destroy
for what he
it.
is. Yes.
He didn't destroy the city. He kicked us out of it.
All right, so
To be fair.
Lord Ravenshade, where did we first meet him?
In a bar.
No,
No!
at the Gilded Griffin in Crystalboro.
Sorry.
We had just arrived.
Yes.
And we thought we were afraid people were on the lookout for us, so we split the party, and 3 went to a dive bar.
Mm-hmm.
And Delphine, Oleander, and Druken went to the Gilded Griffin, which is the nicer place in town, which is actually the first time that she had to be in Delphine had to be in public as her tiefling self.
Yeah. Well, that's where we met him, but they met him first.
They did meet him at the dive bar.
They
yes.
met him first. The boys.
We checked into a
boys.
really shady hotel.
Drax, Rolled, and Einar.
Went
Yeah.
down to the bar to scope it out. Drax and Einar took up smoking pipes to try to look inconspicuous and looked very conspicuous. And then Ravenshade
I don't think you guys had ever smoked a pipe before.
Ravenshade engaged us and rolled and gave us several hints about where the Crimson Hourglass was in
Now,
in
did he
Gilden Ridge's
introduce
mansion.
himself as Ravenshade? I don't think he said his name. I think we figured it out because we compared descriptions.
Ravenshade was mentioned, not Lord.
I feel like he didn't fully introduce himself to you guys, but he did introduce himself to us.
He chatted with us and mentioned that he was a patron visiting the city in New Gilden Ridge.
But I don't think
He didn't
that
drop his
said
name.
Yeah, he did not say his name to
He
you.
didn't say his name.
He only said his name to us, and then later on we realized it was the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we met him at the Gilded Griffin, we went out for dinner, and there was a party going on at Lord Gilden Ridge's manor that we were trying to get an invite to. So these 3 were going to figure out a way to sneak in themselves. We were going to get an invite in there because an item called the Crimson Hourglass was there, and we needed to talk to Lord Gilden Ridge because we thought he was in danger. That's a different story.
That didn't go
That
well.
whole thing is a different story. And then B, we wanted to get the Crimson Hourglass before the Wretched Dawn sisters could come for it. So we were in a dinner, you, me, and Druken.
We sat in the tavern portion of
I feel
the
like it's
fancy
too fancy a place to be a
Yes,
tavern. It's
I
like
know.
a 5-star
It
restaurant.
was a restaurant.
Yeah, whatever
Fancy
the
place.
wherever you sit down in the fancy ass restaurant, that's where we were having our charcuterie and tea and wine or whatever we were having, and he approached us
Because
we looked fancy.
No, because Delphine dropped her house name.
Yes.
But how did you do it to get his attention?
I did it to get his... I was trying to get anyone's attention, really.
But were you just saying your family name out loud and
I
he
think
heard it?
we had a pretend conversation and I just said it out loud. I didn't say my name was... I did not present myself as a member of the family. I represented the house Miriam of Silvery Moon because she doesn't want people to know that she is a child of the family. She only wanted people to think that she was this, rich people keeping an exotic pet kind of thing to work for them because she was presenting herself as a tiefling, and that would be the only way she would be accepted as either this horrible thing or this is a rich person's eccentricity, and that's why they can get away with it. Because I was dressed in like a peacock gown and everything. I did myself up. And I dropped House Miriam, and that's when he circled to us and sat down and talked and was extremely charming.
He was
Right from the start, he was inviting you to the party.
and handsome.
We were coming as his guests.
Yeah, he offered to escort us and Druken as well. So, okay, so when we say the boys, it's always referring to, or it used to always refer to Drax, Einar, and Rold.
Mm-hmm.
And
Drax Einar is sometimes.
Druken was one of the girls. He was just
Druken
always with
that's the way the parties naturally split from the beginning.
Yeah. Up until very recently, that was the natural split. So Druken was with us, and
It's a lot of relationship tension because we're all trying to renegotiate the group.
It really was
ties.
you three, the boys, and Rold was by himself. He wouldn't stay
Rold
around.
tacked
He was
on
We made you take Rold.
Yeah, we made you guys take
Even
one.
then, he'd either fall off
It's
the
like
wall.
it's like the younger brother and mom makes you play with him.
Especially after he said he didn't like our naming structure,
Yeah.
didn't want to hang out.
That's a different
That
conversation.
hurt my feelings.
But yeah, Ravenshade invited the ladies and Druken. He was going to escort them personally as his guests to the fancy ball.
So we get all dolled up. We go to Lord Gildenbridge's manor.
We went shopping.
We went shopping. I got a fancy dress. Yeah. And then it got burned up, but that's a different story.
While they're doing this, we're actually scouting the mansion, figuring ways in, roughing up the help while they're out running errands and figure out how to copy and take their uniforms, which we might use, The boys were actually doing important stuff.
I'm sorry, picking out dresses is very important.
We looked pretty.
You have no idea what nuance goes into your dress and your presentation when you are dealing with nobility.
We had to shiny up
Trust
Druken to go
That
with
is
us.
And then
true.
it all
you did
turns
was polish his armor. All you did was polish his armor. He went in
By the way,
ceremonial
fun
black
fact
armor.
that's not been mentioned, everything Druken wears turns black. He is a giant, Nordic goth guy. Basically.
The Raven Queen
It's
likes
fine.
black. She doesn't like
Yeah.
him in anything but black, so she...
Yeah, everything he wears turns black.
That's like
no
her
matter
third
what color
commandment.
it
Thou
is.
shalt always be in black.
So anyway, we get into the party. He gets us in the door, and then he just...
Disappeared
We didn't see him
the entire rest of the time.
rest of the time. He's like, oh, I gotta go talk to someone. He just poofed.
He
I'm like,
owes me
where
a
is
dance.
this guy?
If he is going to escort us to a ball, he owes us dances.
I don't want to dance with him.
Well, he's still handsome and he still has manners-ish.
Because immediately after that, you guys are in a situation where you're getting nearly locked up. He didn't escort you.
He
dropped
did
you in
what
a trap.
he did
He
what he
technically did
said
what
he
he
would
said
do.
he
He
was
got
going
us
to
in.
do.
He led you into a trap for his own...
No, Theron did.
led us into a trap.
Theron
You think he
did.
didn't know what was going to happen?
Theron
No,
you think
led
he's-
us into a shh.
He was doing something during the time. He was probably disguised as that mysterious guy standing by the window seeing if he could get the glass.
He probably used us as
That was-
a distraction to get himself in.
Yeah.
That was probably
Without
him.
notice.
Anyway, so then the events of the ball happen, which is a discussion for
different
another day. Probably involving when I talk to Theron again.
However, we did not meet Ravenshade again until
Well after those events. So now we have sort of been deputized by Valera, the captain of the guard for Crystalborough. We've been introduced to the council. We've reconnected with Theron. And we are investigating what is going on in the town. And what did we need to go...
you know what? I cannot remember why specifically.
Varnak. We were looking for Varnak the Veiled.
Oh, we wanted information.
Yeah.
And then so nobody would talk to us. We were having to be all secret, not secrety. And nobody would talk to us until we finally very subtly said that we were looking for certain information. And he told us to shut
First-
our mouths and meet him in a secret location at a secret time. But only with us, because somebody was there trying to be all intimidating, and Ravenshade said, nah, I ain't having any of
I ain't
that.
talking to you. So the ladies had to go into the creepy alleyway room that led into an underground
Prison?
man cave.
No, there was
There was
prison.
a literal prison. At the end of the prison was his little
There was
man
a creature
cave.
down there, and then there was a man cave.
Yeah.
You weren't there.
And I will point out that while you guys were down there, very important stuff happened in the fact that he laid an ambush with illithids up top waiting for people to reemerge.
That's something else. We're talking
That's
about
something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more sell up by him.
But then we were discussing with him, and he would not give us information.
Without a big exchange.
First of all, this is already, Delphine had been starting to get really suspicious of him. At first, he was like, oh, this is an eccentric, lovely, charming, noble guy. But she started getting really suspicious, and it was as we were in this prison and with all the secretive, like, cloak and daggerness of it, where I started getting a little bit of a spider sense of...
Suddenly he looks like some, like, mafia lord.
That's when she started suspecting maybe he's a little bit on Delphine's side of
I don't think
heritage.
I
didn't have it cemented yet.
I think it was as soon as he started asking for a deal.
Yeah, as soon as he started asking for a deal, I was like...
You seized up and actually even regret not speaking up.
Well, unfortunately, yeah, Delphine feels pretty damn jealous about what happened to someone.
Jealous?
Sorry, not jealous. What is the term?
Jealous is not the right...
Guilty! She feels guilty!
There we go. I was like, you're jealous of not having a deal with the devil?
No, Delphine does not make deals with devils.
Yeah, somebody did.
Yeah. So,
we didn't know.
No.
That was the what really cemented Delphine's suspicion is as soon as he basically forced a deal on Oleander, and
we came in with all of these items that we were willing to exchange, and all of them were just okay. Nothing really triggered anything
because he presented
wanted.
himself as a purveyor of magical items.
Yes, which is why he was hiding with all of his magical toys. But then we needed information to protect children, and Oleander, above anything else, is about protecting children and doing whatever it takes for that purpose. So no matter what we were doing, we were trying all these offers that he was not accepting, and so Oleander just gave up and said, "What do you want?" And he wants a deal, an unknown exchange later on that we just have to promise to.
Future favor.
Yeah. So in order to do this, now she is very fearful and suspicious of deals and devils. Oleander...
For good reason.
Oleander doesn't know any better. Oleander is just not a...
She's looking to help. She wanted to get the information, help us out, and do what we needed to do.
I recognized that was not something... I knew it was going to come back to bite me in the ass. I was aware, but this is to save the life of children, and I'm not gonna put myself and my later problems above the lives of these children. So I made this deal. And as I shook on it, I could feel the magical burning in my hand from his ring where we connected. And
little brand you've got.
A little brand. I have a little brand
not a visible
on my hand.
mark. It's a mark there nonetheless.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
So that was me making a deal with the devil.
We didn't know. We weren't sure.
I'm gonna stick my foot so far up that devil's ass.
Well, get in line. So Delphine really doesn't like him now because she does not like that her friend got tricked. She does not like that she wasn't able to protect her in almost like a big sister guilt manner. And like she feels that she should have known better. Like should have caught on to it way faster what was going on, what he was, because she's always afraid of this kind of stuff. But he then disappeared from our lives until in the game that is now out.
Yeah.
After the siege of Crystalborough, we run into him again.
Yeah, because we return to the town. We are there for this battle. We try and help. We find out that the captain of the guard
Spoilers.
is actually... No, we can do spoilers now.
Spoilers now.
There are spoilers
Spoiler alert.
for episode 1 and 2 in here. I guess and a little bit of 3. So...
She's not on the up and up.
Yeah. So, yeah. We find out that Captain of the Guard is actually a traitor. And...
She's a member of the Obsidian Shadows, my Drax's nemesis.
And they didn't know
And yet
this.
we always forget to look for them. Always.
You guys were so good at the beginning.
So
we
good.
have gotten so out of our sorts with
And
with everything that's happened to the boys.
We keep forgetting, and I'm afraid the DM's gonna smack us upside the head one more time with them.
Yeah.
And Someone's just disappearing for something. But
The softness.
somehow, because he's a devil, Ravenshade finagled his way on
Charmed. He charmed. He
literally
schmoozed.
charmed people on his way onto the castle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Literally
he charmed you.
me.
He was trying to
So
get the
she's
council.
extra mad at him.
He was making the council vote. They had voted him in, but he was trying to get the council to vote to
Make
place him their leader.
Their leader, so he would be the new Lord of Gildenridge. and
Temporary
Crystal
lord, because the other temporary lord was missing on the trail, and of course Lord Theron, who had been the next
He was the emissary.
favored an emissary to take over, and with the Lord Gildenridge being in a, shall we say, state where he's not capable of being any use or being lordly.
We trapped his
There was
soul.
a power vacuum.
He may or may
that
not be dead. It's really unclear.
Unclear.
It's really unclear.
We don't know.
We don't know, and I don't know that we're going to find out.
A power vacuum was created that Lord Ravenshade inserted himself into, and then promptly, as soon as he did, literally undeputized us, essentially banished us. Not at first, but we knew better and took off our own accord, only to find out that yes, very quickly thereafter he issued warrants for our arrests. Actually,
Yeah.
For our
But
death.
not before we left Crystalboro. Delphine went to
Ran.
Delphine. Well, before we ran from Crystalboro,
Yes.
Delphine went and picked a bit of a fight with
that's one of my
Ravenshade.
favorite moments of yours. I was proud of you for that.
Well, she really doesn't like Ravenshade. So Delphine, while you guys were packing your things, in a manner of speaking,
I was packing something.
she was packing something. And
I'm gonna lock him in a room with the bat.
anyway, I went to his room, and when Delphine is speaking to him, so Delphine can speak Infernal because she is a tiefling, and what doesn't come out is that the reason she knows Infernal is she dreams in Infernal. So when she speaks to Ravenshade, a lot of the times now, because she's trying to she wants him to know that she knows what he is.
You're goading him.
I'm goading
It's
him.
goading.
I'm not afraid. I should be. She knows that she should be, but she hates him just that much that she's not being quite as careful as she normally is. So
Reckless.
I'm being a little reckless. She went to his room, and she's speaking only in Infernal, basically to warn him, I don't understand why you got involved with vermin. You are a devil. Why do you care what's going on here? What is your game? What do you get out of it? B, stay away from my friend. I'll make sure you do not like it if you don't. And C, just to let him know that I know I'm onto you. I know what you are, and I do not fucking like you. And she manages to get him to respond back in Infernal, and his accent changes. I hear his actual voice. So she's probably picked a bit of a scab, a bit of an enemy with that one, but she doesn't really care. And
He
she's
threatened
just
you with don't make an enemy for life.
well, I have a lot of enemies, right? We all have a lot of enemies. We're not doing so hot in that department, so what's one more?
But the DM has forgotten about this because he's doing too many other things and we don't have to
He
worry
has a
about
lot of
it.
plates he's balancing.
Exactly.
I'm
So
sure he's totally forgotten.
He's saving it.
we left.
He's
He'll
saving
never
it because
find us.
Ravenshade doesn't want to show back up directly and deal with us himself.
Yeah,
Do we want
he's
my
forgotten we didn't exist.
Yeah, no,
he
we're
forgot
not.
we
He's not
exist.
going to be a problem.
He's
We're
gone.
never going to hear from him again, unless, of course, my what if theory.
I never have to deal with the devil again. Now,
I'm gonna find out what devil blood tastes like.
yes,
Just saying.
Spicy.
Just saying. I can't
Spicy.
wait. I
Spicy.
cannot
I bet
wait.
It's, I bet
That
it's
is
really
one.
spicy, like ghost,
caliente.
ghost pepper.
That is
ghost
one
pepper spicy.
character. I'm not gonna
Personally,
apologize for fighting.
I think Delphine's blood is probably very spicy.
I know. I look forward to it. Now, I want us to hear a little what if from Delphine.
This is a theory that
I've got a theory.
it could be bodies. Go watch Buffy.
This one's good.
Everybody needs to watch
This
Buffy.
one. This is a good
That's a
theory.
side note. If you want to understand a lot of pop culture references we make, you need to watch Buffy.
I'd say 90% of our references. No, well, maybe.
No, it's
Buffy
not quite
or
that much.
Monty Python or
Yeah.
just songs.
Yeah.
But a large portion are Buffy.
Yeah, large person's Buffy.
Yeah.
It's over half.
So my what if. So Delphine is a tiefling. Delphine does not know why she's a tiefling, how that came to be. She's not stupid. She thinks probably her parents were involved, but she doesn't want to think that they've done something like that to her. My what if, because he is the only devil we've met in the game. What if Ravenshade is, if not her actual father, he is the devil someone made a deal with that resulted in her being a tiefling?
The patron of the reason.
This is my what if,
Oh, but
and
see,
we'll find out.
what if he's your dad and then he uses my deal, which he's forgotten about,
Totally forgotten about.
in order to finagle something from you? Like I have to get him closer to you, or I have to bring you to him, or
And we won't
something
know
like that.
until we run
I have
into him
to
again.
sacrifice you to him.
Sacrifice.
Would there maybe be anything else that we want to talk about that he might also be after with Delphine?
No.
There's another one what if I
No.
wonder about. Okay. I wasn't sure if that's a spoiler or not from earlier things, so.
However, I would like to point out that just like when you have the friend that holds the passionate grudge for you so that you don't have to, I don't hate him nearly as much as they do.
I hated him before, and I hate him more now, and I am.
So,
She's ready to throw down, and this is just like, it's like twisting the knife. Is that now you've got her on something, and I should have protected you from that, and
You
I
should
didn't
have.
pick up on it faster.
It's all your fault.
And I feel really bad about it.
You should.
I should.
Einar's,
Shouldn't do.
Einar's big, and there's a big one coming, it's not even known, because he doesn't know about the deal.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's
we
another
never
thing,
told
yes.
him.
They're worried about
We're
his
the only
reaction.
two
'cause-
who know. We didn't tell anyone, and there was even recently in game where I intentionally did not mention it. There was a moment recently.
Because Einar is the type of character that for his friends, especially for his
Lava.
Oh, God, don't say lava.
we're gonna.
Okay, you can say it like
Mr.
that.
Lava.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh,
you
no,
can
only
say
me,
it.
not
You're not
you.
allowed to say
Only
lava.
me.
He
Only
would
me.
he would want to deal with the problem
Yeah.
head on and first, so it wouldn't be a problem for her down the road. And he's the type too that is like, we can handle it. We do it. We dive in. We're powerful enough.
Oh, there's.
And he doesn't. His opinion was, this guy kept setting up my friends and us. It was the first time. It's like, so you set us up to get caught in this ballroom
He's
fight
got
and
us
take
3 times
advantage of
already.
us. You set us up to be caught in the alley because he absolutely believes that the Illithid that ambushed in the alley, that he was invisibly waiting outside and guarding the door when they showed up, and he stalked off after him. He believed for sure that he heard their conversations. It sounded like they were waiting for them. So he's like, he sold us out, this son of a bitch. And then he got us on the third time when it's a.
No.
And now you've turned on us in the city
What
too.
the third is?
Oh.
Okay, this is Delphine's interpretation of that, not including the Illithids. Is
Although the
when
museum.
we were leaving, I did do ascending in Infernal. That was me confirming he's a devil because he responded back in Infernal. I said, that's twice you've fooled us. Now, why would you bother wasting your time? So the first time was disappearing on us in the ballroom. Second time was actually he's the one who led us to the basement of the museum, which is where we did find Varnak the Veil, but we also were ambushed by Varnak and a bunch of Illithids, and he knew that was going to happen. And the third time is him showing up for the council. So he did promise her, let's try for a third, and the third was the council.
Yeah, and so Einar's beef is different than theirs, and especially, when he finds about the taking advantage of the deal, it's just gonna be that extra like, okay, this something.
Now, the reason why I don't hate him nearly as much, too, is because he has some manners, at least.
He's very charming.
He's very charming.
A very Silver Fox, Dos Equis.
They
most
are
interesting man in
manners
the
and
world.
charm used in deceitful and dangerous
Manners
ways,
maketh the
and
man.
Einar is not
Manners-
confused by him at all.
No.
or tricked.
Oleander is very manner-oriented. Not super manner, it's not specifically, but he's not mean for the sake of being mean. He's not just a plain asshole. Sure, he might not be good.
He's not diabolical. He's a devil.
He
got
has
plans.
his own agenda, and he's working to his own agenda, and she can understand that. And sure, she might not like it, whatever. But he's not a dink.
But
Not a dick when
he
talking.
is still capital D devil, which
But-
means
Yes.
he is the embodiment of evil.
Yeah.
He may be. He may. Have
I just
been-
don't understand why he wants us dead. Like, what did we do to him?
Because we can upset the power balance.
Well, he wants some of us
His-
dead. We don't know if he wants
He
all
knew
of us dead.
about the. He
if
knew.
he kills me, he can't
He
ask
knew
me
about
favors.
the captain. He knew about letting all that happen,
Yeah.
and he could have done. And the reason is because he knew it would help destabilize. He was happy to
He's been
sacrifice kids
setting
too
this up.
to get into
It's
this position.
still not
He's
clear
not good.
how
I didn't say he's good.
Any level.
It's still not clear how far
He's just
intertwined he is
nicer
in
about
the machinations that we are investigating and trying to prevent. He is, in my Delphine's impression, my impression is that he is taking advantage of certain parties to further his own goals, which at times align with their goals. But I don't think he is a worshipper of Ashwill.
No,
No.
no.
No, he has his own goals, for sure.
Shall we wrap her up?
Yeah.
There?
So yeah, that's I think that's about everything we have to say about Lord Ravenshade. So thank you very much for joining us for Delving Deeper with Oleander Hawthorne.
Delphine Alendra.
And our wild soul.
And if you like what you are watching, drop us a like and a follow and comment and any questions that you might have for us about Ravenshade or otherwise, or our desire for more well-mannered villains.
Well-mannered villains get far.
Yes. Thank you very much.